Final boss, guys. Finally. If you guys missed the last couple of episodes of my history game, History Raiders, then please go watch those right now, because this is the final boss, guys. If I defeat this, which I will, then I will finally be the champion. Alright, so let's go with face cam. I scanned this guy's QR code, so now he's my playable character. Let's go. Just play.
Okay, he's trying to do 19 history facts in under 6 minutes to beat his last time. And if you don't remember it right off the bat, you can say pass and come back to it later.
Yeah.
Tell me about the War of 1812.
The War of 1812 gave confidence to the U.S. to write the Monroe Doctrine, warning Europeans not to attempt to colonize the Americas.
Tell me about Columbus.
In 1492, Columbus made the first of 4 trips to the Caribbean on 3 Spanish ships, named the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Tell me about NATO.
In 1949, the U.S. and its allies formed NATO to resist the spread of Soviet communism.
Tell me about the 14th Amendment.
In 1868, the 14th Amendment made all former slaves U.S. citizens and paved the way for the Civil Rights Movement.
Tell me about the Compromise of 1850.
The Compromise of 1850, the Fugitive Slave Act, and the Dred Scott Decision preceded the secession of the Southern states.
Tell me about the Civil War.
In 1861, the Civil War began when President Abraham Lincoln went to war with the Southern states that had seceded from the Union.
Tell me about General Robert E. Lee.
Pass.
Tell me about the Missouri Compromise.
In 1820, Henry Clay worked out the Missouri Compromise, allowing Missouri to enter the Union as a slave state and Maine as a free state.
Tell me about the Louisiana Purchase.
In 1803, the purchase of Louisiana from France prompted westward exploration by pioneers such as Lewis and Clark and Congressman Davy Crockett.
Tell me about George Washington.
Pass.
Tell me about Pearl Harbor.
On December 7, 1941, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, causing the U.S. to join the Allies in World War II.
Tell me about the Pilgrims.
In 1620, the Pilgrims from Plymouth, England, signed the Mayflower Compact before landing in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Tell me about the Declaration of Independence.
Pass.
Tell me about Theodore Roosevelt.
In 1898, Theodore Roosevelt and his Rough Riders defeated the Spanish at the Battle of San Juan Hill while trying to help the Cubans win their independence.
Tell me about the Boston Tea Party.
In 1773, colonists dressed as Mohawks dumped tea from the British East India Company into the Boston Harbor.
Tell me about President Polk.
Pass.
Tell me about President Wilson.
In 1917, President Wilson asked Congress to declare war on the Central Powers 2 years after German U-boats sank the Lusitania, killing American citizens.
Tell me about tycoons.
During the late 1800s, tycoons like Vanderbilt, Rockefeller, Carnegie, and Swift fueled the nation's industrial age by developing American resources.
Tell me about immigrants coming to America.
From 1820 to 1930, more than 37 million immigrants came to America, seeking freedom and the opportunity to increase their personal wealth.
You have 4 left. These can be a challenge for you, but you still have about 2.5 minutes. So tell me about President Polk.
In 1853, after the Mexican War and the Gadsden Purchase, President Polk's belief in the doctrine of manifest destiny was realized.
Okay. Tell me about the Declaration of Independence.
In 1776, the Continental Congress published the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia, announcing the colonists' intent to form a new nation.
Okay. Tell me about George Washington.
In 1789, in New York, George Washington was granted the full powers and responsibilities of the presidency by the U.S. Constitution.
Okay. Tell me about General Robert E. Lee. At the end, yes, I will.
Alright. I was talking to her about confetti poppers.
I don't have a confetti popper, but I will make an explosion noise. What? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Last question.
Sounds that. Alright, in 17...
Not 17.
In 1865.
No. Yes, that's it.
In 1865... General Robert E. Lee surrendered to General Ulysses S. Grant in Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia.
Give me these.
Yes! 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 Freedom! Freedom!
You beat your time. You smoked your time. He's been practicing online to beat his time. Yay!
I won! I'm the champion! I'm the champion!
19 history facts.
Oh,
And
scattered to pieces.
Actually, it was under 5 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was hard though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had a couple of times where you got discouraged?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I blew up the balls. I blew up the balls.
Good job.
I blew up the balls.
I have no idea what that means, but
I killed it, basically.
okay. Good
And
job.
now all of Historytopia is freedom! And now, on to the next game that I will play on my Wii. Freedom.
Latin, just kidding.
Oh yeah.